Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Is this thing on? Is it on? Is it on? Hello. Hello. Is this thing on? Is it working? Oh, okay. There's a lot of loud noises. Let me just check on my PC. Loud noises. Looks good. Looking good. Okay, here we go. It is in. We are in. Alright, so welcome to the Gran Turismo South Africa Racing Series. This is gonna be round 1 of the Manufacturers Cup. Okay, my game sound is very loud. I can't even hear myself talking. Let me just put that a little bit softer. Okay. I hope that doesn't change the volume for you guys, but here we are. Yeah. Firstly, shout out to our sponsors. Let me just find them here. They are sponsors somewhere on the Discord. Just give me a second. Where they at? Sponsors. Steven, help me. Okay. Big thank you to our sponsors. Rhino Utilities, Mayfair Gearbox. I don't know if the team is currently participating in one of the races here. Not yet. Maybe they're in pool 2. We'll see. We'll see what happens next week. But Mayfair Gearbox, one of the big sponsors, and Right Recruitment. Those three, as opposed to our usual Track or TGN, Racing Simulators, and what else? And Steven for putting this all together, as well as all of our other admins. Okay, so we are in qualifying here. Hello, Rev, who says that? Stephen Berry, thank you for joining us. I hope things are good with the sound and with the voice, with the game, with the sponsors. I hope I did well with announcing them. I hope I didn't miss any. If I did miss any, you can just let me know. But yeah, we are qualifying at the moment. Let's first take a look at our driver lineup. We have VSR Richard in the Corvette. Beautiful design. The black and red is going well. Looks like some inspiration from the Pace Motorsport colors. Red, black, white. Lovely. Very good design there. And I see Serious Sam is right behind him. I wonder if he's going to catch Slipstream going on to this qualifying lap. We'll see how it is. We got Wolfie taking the top spot there. Hello Frankie. Nice to see you in the chat. Welcome. 9 people watching so far, and it is looking good. Oh, Wolfie goes into the pits. I was testing almost all the manufacturers before the race. It was fun. I decided to get some practice. Say yo lekkerding. Hello Trivs. Nice to have you all in the chat. Yeah, I did not know what manufacturer I wanted. They are still sponsors. They're just not in the Discord, but they are the usual suspects. Anyway, we're gonna be looking. Let's just see here if I can look at any. No, there's no like lineup or anything. We're just gonna have to see who's in the pits, who's out of the pits. But we've got Kev or Hollywood in the Toyota Supra, also running reds, white. Usually they run the blue colors, but they're taking some inspiration as well with the red. He's gonna be jumping back to the pits. God damn it. We've got Serious Sam in the Honda NSX. Everybody is flying here on the Tokyo. What is this? Tokyo. Wait, where does it show the track name? Tokyo Expressway, south counterclockwise. Cool. Also, okay. So Richard currently running in what I think is second or third place. We'll have to see as the times get all posted and so on. Hollywood, we've got Serious Sam. I see people are stopping up here. There's Serious Sam in the Honda NSX. KLM Pace in the McLaren 650S. A very odd choice compared to what everyone else is using. A lot of Corvettes. The NSX is also a different one. I've seen some in Sylvia's. We got a lot of Porsches. JP, good evening. Good evening to you, sir. Good evening. Nice to have you in the chat. Let me actually link this also to some other guys who may or may not be interested. Where's this chat room? Here it is. Over here. Another race is starting. Send that over there. And to another one, send that over there. And yeah, okay. So here's our standings at the moment. There is a false start, so we're gonna see lights out in a moment. We got VSR, Wolfie, Levitius, Richard, Gilaro, Gran, Hollywood, Serious Sam, Kennels, Kalen, Ruan, Ghost Killer, Chris, Rusty, Henny, Sam, JP Laser, and that is our lineup. And away we go. Starting off, we got Wolfie, Richard, Levitius, Gilara, all on a good start. There's a lot of cars in the way here. 3 of them side by side going into the first corner. Is there any issues? Doesn't look like it. We do see another McLaren there. Any and the back foot there going way behind. Richard takes the lead. Good evening, and goddammit, this is screaming my way. Hope you gents are all good. We're all good. This is GT4s. Yes, Frankie, it is Group 4s. And let's see what happens into corner, whatever number this is, but it's a whole lot of right-handers. There's a little bit of rubbing. Contact is allowed as long as you don't send your opponents into the wall. Richard gets a very good start. He's already out of the slipstream of Gilara, and they are holding Levitius at bay. Wolfie in 4th. Started ahead of the pack, but Tech fell back a little. Hollywood currently in 5th. Right ahead of KLM Pace. Serious Sam in 7th. Kennels in 8th. Another Corvette. Another McLaren driven by SBR Ruan right next to side by side with those Killer Pace in the tunnel. There is some close quarters racing. We're going to see how the strategy works here in a minute. At the Porsche of Chris, right on the tail of Ghost Killer, scrapes the wall a little bit. Doesn't lose too much momentum, although Rusty takes that advantage. Late on the brakes goes Chris, but he goes a little bit wide. There's a bit of an incident with Hollywood. Serious Sam with a 1.5 second penalty. That might be for touching the wall. Looks like it. We're going to have to see. Is it again the fable? This is like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Hollywood and Serious Sam are always going toe to toe with each other. Go Chris, says Mark. Well, that confused me. Go Chris says Mark. Go Mark says Chris. Henny in 12th. Sam, JP Laser. Chris already in. Is he going to do a 3-stop? I wonder. Don't tell Stephen Berry, but what a great combo. This says RBS GT. And I wasn't supposed to say that, but here we go. Stephen is in the chat, so you already spoiled the way for yourself. RBS. We got Chris M620 going on to the mediums on lap 1. This is going to be an interesting run here. So we're going to see if he's going to be able to make up the time going into possibly a 3-stopper here. Richard is ahead of Levitius, who has overtaken Gilara, probably on one of the straights. Rusty's still rocking that MSR livery. We'll take a look at that in a second. Wolfie, Kalen falling slightly behind. Kennel's right on his tail. Hollywood is now falling into P7. Ruan in 8th, Ghost Killer 9th, Rusty in 10th. Henny 11th, Sam 12th, Serious Sam now fallen all the way back to 13th. That 1.5 second penalty loses you about 4 to 5 seconds on that straight. It's insane. And yeah, Richard leading the way through the tunnel. Everyone goes. Wolfie through. That's a very nice view. Oh, and then Gran Turismo changes it. 1 out of 10, says Stephen. I think that there was a lot of close racing here. SBR1 giving Hollywood a bit of a bum draft. Yeah, it's not a very good idea to overtake in these tunnels, but they go ahead and try and get a gap ahead of Ghost Killer Pace and then listen Sylvia. So as we're going through, let's check on tires. We got Richard. He's on the softs. Okay, that is why he's been pulling away. Richard on the softs, Levitius on the soft tires, Gilara on the soft tires, Wolfie on the racing hards. That's why he's fallen back. Kalen also on the racing hard tires. So Wolfie is effective tire lead of this race, so we'll see how it affects the race later on. Kennels is also on the odds. Hollywood with damage now also on the racing hard tires. And it's heavy damage, I forgot about that. So yeah, looks like the possibly Sam went to the pits. Nope, they're running with the damage. Interesting. Heavy damage is set on heavy for this race, so any damage will cost you dramatically. We'll see now with Hollywood on the straight. Ruan and Ghost Killer will be catching up. Ghost Killer's already on the tail of Ruan. Rusty is just out of slipstream range, so is Henny from Rusty. JP Laser and Sam having a bit of a battle, but Sam is going to be losing the top end speed versus Laser. Or is he? Ninjas for the win. Ninjas, oh wow, that Honda NSX, despite having damage, is still ahead, and he goes for the send on into that corner, going onto the three right-handers and then a lefty. VSR Wolfie with a 3-second penalty and huge damage. This is a problem. This is a big problem for Wolfie. He's gonna have to either commit to driving a few more laps on that damage, or he might just decide to put this lap. Hollywood, move it. Love the chrome in Sam Pace's livery. Yeah, you can already guess who designed that kind of design. Wolfie, 3-second penalty. That is gonna stunt his race kick his race in the nats, so to speak. Ghost Killer Pace being followed closely by Rusty. Is he gonna go for the send? No, Ghost Killer goes for what looks for a move onto Hollywood, but doesn't get it right. Ruan now ahead of Hollywood. This is just exactly what the damage is going to do. Yeah, Trivs has designed the Serious Sam, but yes, he goes in. He goes in to repair the damage. So does Wolfie. So they're going to probably convert to a 3-stop, or they're going to have to fuel save dramatically. Best is you will be back in pool 1, RBS GT says. Okay, that's going to be interesting for next week's shenanigans. VSR Richard holding that 1-second lead onto Levitius. Tires more or less the same. VSR Richard is keeping his rear tires in check, and so is Galara Brain. Looks like the Corvette is really good on his rear tires. Levitius saving fuel as well. Kennel's now up into 4th place, and something has happened to Kalen as well. Ruan into 5th, Hollywood into 6th, Ghost Killer 7th, Rusty 8th, Henny in 9th, Sam JP Laser in 10th, Kalen in 11th. Oh gosh, and that looks like a major issue there for Kalen. 1.5-second penalty and damage on the front bumper, so he might decide to put as well. And yeah, damage is gonna be crazy with this one. Good to see GTSA is going strong. OG Edmonds will be proud. I think they already are. And yeah, it's just been getting bigger, Frankie. Would like to see you back in the GT racing scene once again. It's been close racing all the way up to pool 3, pool 4. There's been some really fast drivers. Edmonds, Vettel. Good evening, Danny. Good evening. Nice to see you again as well. Just always doing liveries for everyone, he says. Yeah, okay, so Sam and Wolfie have a lot of catching up to do. Wolfie has fallen behind Sam because of that 3-second penalty. Plus 16 seconds on that last lap. I wasn't even checking. Bosfeld saying, let's go, SBR Ruan. If we keep it clean, if you can keep it out of the walls in this race. Pool 1A, Pool 1B, Pool 1C. That is essentially how it is now. Yeah, the top 3 pools are really crazy. You retired happily? Ah, well, you could just join for fun. It would be nice to just see you running around there. Maybe not causing too much havoc with your rally skills, but it would be nice to see you. But glad to see you in the chat here. We got Kennels with a 1.5-second penalty. He's going to serve this now, going into the penalty zone. End of lap 4. Ruan is going to take 4th place, and we would be promoted to pool 0 as things stand. If it was a pool 0. Kennel's now losing a lot of time. Henny is going to be on the catch up, but it's not enough. Driving on board with a Porsche. Very beautiful sound from this car. Ferrari also with his beautiful V8. Kalen is making back some time, but again also had to serve that 1.5-second penalty, giving Chris a go, but not far enough, not close enough to make it heavy impact. We see a lot of the guys going early for medium tires. We got Rusty with mediums, Ghost Killer on mediums, Serious Sam, Hollywood, Wolfie also on the mediums, but he has got a very, very big catch up to do with that 3-second penalty and heavy damage there. Oh no, and Rusty is off. I wonder what happened there. Wolfie goes by, but now that is damage for Rusty and a 1.5-second penalty to boot. I wonder if there was maybe a move tried to be made there. Serious Sam and Hollywood at each other's throats again. What's going to happen? Is there going to be contact? Respect shown going into the corner. Hollywood takes the position, goes up into 11th. Hazards is on there. Good clean racing by these two. This is honestly a Max and Hamilton feud, the way they're always getting at each other's throats. The last turn bites. Yep. We'll see what happens now going on towards the straightaway. But Ghost Killer's now into his own little space. Same with Chris. He's following closely. 2 seconds, just less than 2 seconds behind Kalen Pace, who is catching up closely to JP Laser here on the hard tires. They're both on the hard tires. Probably going to go in this lap. Is Kalen going in? Kalen is going in. Chris stays out. And Ruan and Kennels are both into the pits. They're going in for their hard tires. Fortunately, no damage. Ruan has been very lucky so far. No damage for him on the side so far. Goes on to the racing soft tires. So he wants to make some time back. Ghost Killer is now right at him. Is he going to take the position? It looks like side by side. Ghost Killer does get the position securely. Ruan won't be able to have a reply to that at this moment. But, oh, where's Ruan? Here we go. Onto the softs, gold soft. So he's going to have a bit of a back foot for maybe until this next lap starts. So we will see as Hollywood with his hazards. That's not a drag race. Definitely not. But they are running close to each other. Serious Sam not able to keep as much fuel as Hollywood. The Supra is really good on fuel in the Group 4 races. So we'll see how that affects the strategies later on. Going up to the front again, Levitius is now ahead. Oh, we didn't see it in exchange for the lead. There's so much action happening all over. Now it's a double Corvette. Levitius is looking behind him. And if you see in that mirror over there, two very angry V8s, American V8s chasing him down. Are the three of them going to go into the pit here? Levitius has his indicator on, maybe to just throw them off a little bit. Kilara, Richard now moved down to 3rd place. He was leading. Do they go in? The three of them looks like they're going in. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Very close by. Kilara just about out of fuel. Levitius again on an advantage with the fuel, so he'll gain maybe about half a second there, or just under, maybe 2 or 3 tenths. Henny now running in 4th, started last, but is in on the hard tires. So the lead runner on the hard tires at the moment. Medium guys coming into the hairpin. JP Laser taking on Chris here. Chris moves up to 5th, going into. What are we doing? Mediums. Everyone choosing mediums. Be patient. Holly drives a BMW hands on because he's looking for a place to break down. Don't say that. Next time we look at him, he might have damage. Hollywood and Sam battling it out very nicely. Wolfie has caught up some time. He's now moved back up to 10th. Henny Kennels is coming close. Will he have enough to do an attack? I don't think so. Not smart to attack there. Rusty goes in now only with his mediums. Did not appreciate the damage there. KLM Pace now also on a real back foot now. 12 seconds, 14 seconds behind Kennels. But it's still all to play for. We know Kalen is fast. But will he be fast enough to make it count at the end of the race? Levitius pulled a 1 second lead on Gilara and Richard already. And in comes Chris. He's trying to look at that battle for the lead as well. Very close onto podium there. He's already made a 2.5 second lead against Sam JP Laser, who has run 7 laps on these hard tires. Now let's see if the overcut is going to make a difference later on in the race. Current fastest lap sitting at 2:04.5 by Gilara. Really ridiculously fast lap times by these guys. We'll get a rundown of all the fastest laps later on, but as we go along, it's Ruan and Ghost Killer. Ghost Killer is in the slipstream of Ruan. Rowan is on the softs though. Ghost Killer is on the mediums. The McLaren must have a 4-rotor swap to catch up, you say. Yeah, but the McLaren is one of the fastest straight line speed cars in the GT4, so we'll see how that affects the drivers as they go along. Hollywood's opened a 1 second gap to Sam now. Wolfie 2 seconds behind, so he is closing the gap quite decently. Chris looks like he's on a good run tonight. That is true. He's running in 4th at the moment. And we'll see how the pit stops can change. Pit stops, damage, penalties, it's all still to play for. Kalen has already made up a second on Henny. And Rusty is only now starting the straight for the tunnel. JP Laser goes into the pits. He's filling up and he's changing his tires. Henny and Kennels go ahead, go through. Whew. Let me take a little bit of a breather. And we go back to see Levitius as we know him to be leading the pack, 1.4 seconds ahead. Good luck, Kalen, Bryson, and Sam. Hashtag we are pace. Well done. You're still on securing a podium tonight. Lancia, I was in the Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer for this one. As much as it has great speed and great cornering, the tires and 4-wheel drive is just ouch. It's painful. But it's different. That's what I like to do. Oh, that Porsche is catching up. 1.3 seconds separates Chris from VSR Richard here. Talking myself into a yawn here. If Chris does manage to get onto the slipstream of Richard, then that is going to play a huge advantage to him. Problem is, he's way down on fuel, probably by 3 or 4 laps or so. So we'll see what he'll be able to do. Will he be able to catch back up? Will he be able to cause havoc with this top 3? It's looking to be a double VSR podium at the moment. Need some Slayer? Yes, I'm waiting for it. I'll be getting it soon. Ruan in a slightly more comfortable position, 1.2 seconds ahead of Ghost Killer pace here. And holding his tires very nicely. The McLaren doing really well on tires. We'll see. The only downfall is its fuel, and same with the Nissan Silvia. The one downfall of the Silvia is it is fast, but you are forced to basically redline the crap out of this car so you can get the most out of its performance, which doesn't do great wonders for its fuel. Hollywood now 2.7 seconds behind Ghost Killer. Sam still on the tail of Hollywood. And it looks like Hollywood does have an advantage with the fuel still. The Wolfie still managing to keep that gap coming down. 4th is looking good from Mark. Yes, definitely. Kennels now 5 seconds behind Wolfie. Henny is also on the tail of Kennels coming through the Porsche there. Kayla now 10 seconds behind, but still in a very troublesome position. At this point, it might be Kalen being demoted here, as things stand. But things are not always as they seem. We'll only know when that finish line is getting crossed. And yeah, let's have a look, see what our tires are on while we ride some onboard action. Levitius on the mediums, still a 3/4 fuel tank left. He's still gonna do a good couple of laps on it. Kelaro Brain just under 3/4 tank, 1.3 seconds behind, both on the racing medium tires. Richard also on the racing mediums, saving fuel very nicely. Really short shifting this V8 as you can just imagine how much fuel this thing drinks. Good luck, Kalen, Bryson, and Sam. Supermanny had a bit of a stinker with that race, but managed to keep the top 5 position from Manny, so well done. Pull 3 was hectic. Pull 3 was some hectic racing. Chris is now 1.3 seconds. He just cannot close the gap to Richard and Galara. But he's going to have to go in soon, maybe next lap or the lap after, probably next lap. He might have to go in to change his tires. And that's going to be a problem, because he's going to have to run 2 stints. He's going to have to do an extra pit stop. Meanwhile, the top 3, they only have, as the running is, they'll only have 1 more pit stop to make. Does it drink BP or Shell? The way it drinks, probably BP. Because Shell, you get lacquer discounts. Fluffy had a great drive in Pool 3, for sure, for sure. The Alfa Romeo 4C, with that thing keeping its tires, you can just push. You can run freaking 20 laps on softs if you want. Good job, Rev. Thank you, Superman. It was tough. It was really harsh, and practicing with a Lancer during the race. I know I could have done better. I probably could have taken the podium away from Yastiel if I was up to grips with the car. But that's the thing. I want to be different, so I force myself into a crappy position. That's usually how it goes for me. Hashtag conditions. Okay, so Chris is now losing touch. That medium tires have really gone off, which is allowing Ruan to catch up now on the soft tires, pulling a 3.5 second lead onto Ghost Killer. Was a cool choice. It's definitely a cool choice. It's definitely different, but it's not good on tires. By flipping lap 7, lap 8, tires are gone. The soft tires were gone. I could do a maximum of 8 laps. Signator, hello mana. Good for you to join us, dude. We're already just about halfway into this race. We are about halfway into the race, basically half the lap done. And we've got some close battles for some. There's a lot of space in between most of the cars. But this is the battle we want to see. Hollywood and Sam have been close contention for the past probably 6 laps, and yeah, the gap is now close to 2/10. What is gonna happen? Before I read your message, should have used the Alpha. I don't want to use the same car as everyone else. That is my problem. That's a me thing. Oh, Sam goes on the inside. Is he gonna be able to outbrake? Does he brake late? Brakes a little bit late. Hollywood does concede the position, tries to get a run on the inside for the next corner, gets better traction, and they are side by side. What is going to happen going into this next sector? Is Hollywood gonna go for a move into the swinging corners? Looks like he is. Is Sam gonna give it up? Brakes late. No, he holds the position. Excellent side-by-side racing from the two of them. Oh, but Sam goes into the wall and gets a penalty and damage. That is just unfortunate. That is trying to push to keep position, and it has all fallen apart for Serious Sam there. So Hollywood will be snickering at the thought, and so will Wolfie, because he has now caught up to this battle where Hollywood and Sam have really lost time. They've lost a little bit of touch to the group in front. But now Sam has no defense against the Supra due to the lack of downforce now with the damage, and he's gonna have to worry about that penalty again. So Sam sealing his own fate there with the damage. And is Wolfie gonna go for a move? No, he's not close enough just yet. But he'll be setting it up. He'll be setting it up very soon. Wolfie is a bit bad on tires. Whoa, Sam's still going for moves. That is incredible, even with the damage. Maybe the damage has given him more downforce. Wolfie giving a push to Hollywood there. But Sam defends the position. There's a little bit of scraping. I think that's just a replay thing. But look at this crazy battle. There is also a battle going on for the lead. Let's have a quick look at that while they get slipstream during the tunnel. Killer Brain taking the lead from Levitius, going into the airport and out of the tunnel. Richard just can do nothing but watch and hope that they battle and give him the position. Gilara is probably going to do some teamwork and hold Levitius back a little bit so that Richard can get into this fight as well. And with all of that, Ruan is now taken 4th. I think, Chris has gone into the pits. Yes, he has. Ghost Killer now running in 5th. Hollywood 6th. Wolf is 7th, getting the run on Serious Sam on that in the tunnel, and now Sam has nothing to do but watch as these guys start gaining momentum, gaining time, especially on the straights. The 96 is really good through corners, and here's where Sam is going to be letting out a big sigh of defeat. Nicks the wall again, as well as the other two. But he will be serving a 1.5 second penalty. And then look at this. Sean Istrahez, welcome into the chats. Welcome into the room. And look at this. Is it going to be enough? Kennels is going to go for the move. Kenos is gonna go for the move. Yes, just before the breaking point. Suke clip his Buffelsfontein or sparkling water. Talking about drinks here in my chat. Sam is going to, like I say, be laying out a big sigh of defeat here because now he's lost touch to two rivals. And lead battle, yes, let's go for it. Gilara still in the lead. Now that we've seen the battle for, what is that, 6th, 7th and 8th player position. Levertius now in the tow from Gilara. But what is going to happen? Is he going to give him a bum draft? It's not smart to go for a move in the tunnel here. You can really get choked out by these close quarters. This track is very tight. Gilara goes on the defensive as you'd expect. Keeps the inside line for himself. Levertius breaking point, very nicely done. Good close racing by the both of them, but Gilara does get a better exit compared to Lev, and now he'll be sitting back in the slipstream, although Lev is just loving this with his fuel. Look at that, almost saving about, maybe that's like an 8%, 5 to 8% fuel advantage over Gilara. So he's forcing Gilara to push faster. Wolfie into the pits now as well. Let's see what happens. Is he gonna go for the overtake on the straight, or is the Vertius just gonna bide his time and sit in the slipstream? The Corvette is really fast in the straight line, so we'll see. The Corvette behind is catching up. The Corvette in front is slowly, not really pulling away. Look at this, such close racing by the two of them, by the three of them actually. But specifically by Gilara and Levertius. Richard just losing out a little bit on that first corner. And what happens going into turn unofficial 1, turn 2, essentially, or 3 officially. But Gilara holds on to the position. Richard is making up time through these corners as Levin and Gilara are forced to battle, even though very slightly. 2.5 tenths, almost 3 tenths has been caught up there. And Rowan sitting comfortably in 4th, Ghostkiller in 5th. They're both going to be going into the pits now by the looks of it. Rowan saving his fuel very nicely. Hollywood saving fuel very nicely. Kennel's now in 7th. Henny up to 8th. Chris currently in 9th position. He's going to have to pit again more than likely. I don't think his tires will be able to manage. I mean, his fuel won't manage, but I don't know if he might take another different set of tires. Kyle Empes has kept himself out of relegation now, into 10th place. JP Laser, Wolfie, Sirius Sam, and Rusty. Rusty having a big bad race here. Lacka, welcome Inces, the Cuban. And yeah, we got Serious Sam with serious problems on his hands here. He might be able to, I don't know if the NSX will be able to run the rest of the race on these tires. It's a maybe. I know it can do it on fuel, but the tires might just be a problem. If Sam can hold it together, be consistent for these next 9 laps, he might be pulling off a sneaky 9BR strat doing the things. Yes, as per usual. That's how it is with the 9BR guys. But yeah, Leverty is taking the lead again, ahead of Gilara. The battle continues, but the fuel is being very much in favor of Levertius here. Richard just cannot get into that slipstream, and if he can, then he'll be edging himself into this fight. Top 3 though, leading away by far, 21 seconds ahead of 4th place. Kennel's in 4th here currently, and he is also going to be putting sooner rather than later. Henny moving up to 5th, so he has had a very grand race, a very solid, very consistent race. So well done to Crazy 8's Henny here. Chris now up to 6th, but he's gonna have to put again. That's the problem. That was the problem with the early damage. Ruan has come out of the pits, same with Ghost Killer, and now it's going to be an interesting turn of events because now JP Laser is on Ghost Killer's tail. Is he gonna go for a move or is he gonna bum draft Ghost Killer? Let's see what happens here. Ghost Killer does go to the inside. He does have softer tires. He does have better tires. So what happens between the two? He lets off Sam JP Laser, gives Ghost Killer the position. Simply probably because he knows he was ahead on tires. He's ahead of the pit stop. So there's not really much of a battle that JP Laser can put up here. Although with Wolfie also coming through, he's going to be chasing Ghost Killer for that 8th place position. JP Laser might just give the position to Wolfie. We will see through the tunnels. Hollywood now 10 seconds behind Wolfie, 3 seconds ahead of KLM Pace. So maybe this is going to be the one. Maybe this is going to be KLM Pace's catch up. He's gone down to 12th place, but he's on fresh new softs. So he's going to go to the end. Serious Sam as well. So Serious Sam and KLM down, but not out just yet. Kilaro once again, this is going to be a constant swap of positions, trading first and second, and Richard has just made it into the slipstream. Is it going to be enough though? If he nails the first corner. Lido playing musical chairs. Yeah, they're playing. If there was DRS in this game, they would be playing DRS chicken or DRS train. Richard is now into the slipstream, but Kilara has been using way too much fuel, so he's gonna have to put this lap. Meanwhile, Levitius and Richard are still good for another 2 laps as it stands. So I think Gilara's best bet is to hold Levitius behind just a little bit more to give Richard that very scrumptious chance at 2nd place. Chris moves up into 4th. So there's a Porsche battle going on here. Henny giving them the bump draft. So Chris and Crazy Heads Henny working together here. I don't think Henny would want to go for the position just yet. He's probably biding his time. He's on mediums. So they're both going to have to put again. And they'll probably both go onto the softer tires. Ruan, though, he's in a bit of a lonely space right now. 8 seconds behind, 8 seconds in front. And Wolfie is slowly catching up to Ghost Killer as well. We'll see how that gap comes down later on. 5 seconds separates Wolfie from Kennels. 1 second to Sam JP Laser. Hollywood 4 seconds behind JP Laser and Hollywood, yeah, 4 seconds behind JP Laser. KLM Pace catching up slowly but surely to Hollywood. 3.5 seconds separates, and then Sam right on KLM Pace's tail as well. Lots of damage, lots of unnecessary pit stops, but we'll see what happens. Kilara, it did go into the pits, so he's going to be going onto the soft tires very soon. I mean, onto the hard tires, sorry. Yeah, so this is going to be where things change. Like and follow. Thank you, Stephen. I haven't even got time to mention this. Players X30, welcome into the chat. You new here. This is Gran Turismo South Africa Racing Series. At the moment, we are following the Gran Turismo's set of manufacturer series. So whatever manufacturer you pick and what car you pick for this race is going to be your car and your ticket through for the rest of the season. At the moment, we've got Levitius, who's also, I don't know if he's streaming right now, but he is a streamer. Last season's GTSA champion, currently running in first. Richard is just about holding on to the slipstream there, but Levitius, being cool, calm and collected, he is gonna try to improve that gap, and the Ferrari looks much better out of corners. Again, if Richard can just stick onto the slipstream, that will be a huge advantage. Here we go into the tunnel, but Richard just scrapes by the wall, doesn't fall out of the slipstream though, so you'll be catching up a few tenths there. Africa having a racing series, yes, the south of Africa, my man. Much love from Slovakia to all races. Very good. We appreciate the love from across the oceans. And yeah, will Richard have enough to go for the move? I don't think so. He's still biding his time. He's saving fuel. And they are both... Oh no! Lev going for another lap. Very interesting. So we're going to see here, Richard and Galara are both going to have an undercut on Levitius, but they're going to be on the harder tires. So we'll see what completely used softs can do against fresh new hard tires. Chris is going into the pits right now. He was on the podium for a brief moment, but Gilara's going to be taking that away from him again. Let me just have a sip of water here. I even forgot it was here. Hope Slovakia is doing well tonight. That is true. We like to see it. We like to see it. Ruan now going up into 4th position. Keeping it clean and tidy. Ghost Killer getting ahead of Chris. Wolfie is close by. He's closing up the drive there. 1.2 seconds separates Ghost Killer and Wolfie. Kennels 5.7 seconds behind that group. And now with fresh softs, Chris comes out in 8th position, but 2.5 seconds away from Kennels. So this might be a battle for 7th place again. Henny, Hollywood, and KLM Pace close by. KLM Pace is really moving ahead again. Henny onto the soft tires. Hollywood onto slightly used soft tires. KLM onto more newer tires. We'll see what can he do. He's making that. He's chopping down some time very easily there. Sam falling slightly back again, and then JP Laser running a very lonely race, and who is being caught up by Rusty. But Rusty is already on used soft tires. Inhale, Ravs, inhale. Problem is, if I inhale too much, I'm gonna get a freaking asthma attack. No, don't worry, I won't. I'm good. I have my inhaler right here. If I need to inhale that much. But yeah, Rusty not looking like a good race for him. His softs are halfway used already. JP Laser is going to be getting an advantage later on. And the lead 23. What? Oh wait, yeah, lost myself for a moment there. Levidius goes into the pits now, and Richard and Gilara separated by 2 seconds. So the gain is significant for those tires. In Kimberley must be special. It's dry. That's it. It's dry. It's dry. It's not as polluted as Joburg, but it's dry and it comes from a big hole. Here we go. Levidius comes out of the pits. And Richard is close by, but not close enough. He's not going to be able to catch up. Hard tires on for the top 3. Ruan on the racing mediums. He can see the place in his sights, but is it going to be enough to be able to catch up? That is the question. Are the medium tires are they able to catch up 6 seconds to Gilara? The difference is quite significant here. So if Ruan with a slight bit of lag, if he can keep it very good and clean, consistent, he might be able to get already caught up 3/10 to Gilara here, including the previous laps. But now Wolfie being on the tail of Ghost Killer here, those Corvette lights are getting much bigger in the Sylvia's rear view. Stay safe. We had a big storm in my town. It was dangerous to go outside. Yeah, weather's taking hold all over the world, eh? We've got some massive floods and serious cold here in South Africa as well. We're in the dead of winter, so things are looking crazy on the side of Cape Town here at the moment, with flooding and crazy storms as well. But back to the action. We got Kennels 6 seconds behind Wolfie, 3.2 seconds ahead of Chris. So 7th place, not all out of contention just yet. Kennels is going to be falling down on his pace in the next maybe 2 laps or so. We'll see if Chris has the ability to catch up. But Henny, Kalen, and Hollywood going for it. Henny leaves plenty of space. Kalen goes for 10th position, a very solid move as we switched over here. Now it's a 9th place, a battle for 9th place. KLM pace coming from what was easily a 15-20 second deficit, coming back now to give Hollywood a run and running into the tunnels. That's going to be a huge advantage for the McLaren. That is really, really fast. Let's see what happens here through the tunnel. Slight left, slight right. Another slight left and right again. Flat out section. Is he going to go for a move here? Slits off the throttle, but goes for the inside. Hollywood blocks it off dramatically. Goes for a very aggressive defense. And into the corner they go. The hairpin coming up. Hollywood defends. And a solid, strong defense here by Hollywood on KLM pace. Henny is just waiting for something to happen so that they can pick up the pieces. Although Sam, not far behind, 3 seconds. it is still catchable, especially if if the three here in front are starting gonna battle. We'll see what happens. Hollywood really closed the door on KLM pace there, so we'll see another 3 more laps of a heavy defense to go. But KLM pace does have an advantage on the tires, so we'll see. Does he go for a move here? Hollywood does go defensive. Going to turn 1. Let's see. Closes the door again. But this is where their big advantage comes through for the McLaren. Goes onto the outside. Very close. Gives him a little nudge to show him that I'm there. Into the slipstream. Out of the slipstream. He is on the outside. What is going to happen going into this triple right-hander? Who's later on the brakes? Hollywood is later on the brakes. He manages to hold the position again. But all that battling, all that hard fighting is going to just wear out his tires. And let's just see Serious Sam also a bit on the back foot with tires. So it's not all out. Henny might actually get a good run out of this. So don't count him out just yet. Chris still battling, still running up in 8th. We'll see again the next 2 laps what happens. Wolfie has overtaken Ghost Killer for 5th place, but now Ghost Killer has the advantage of the slipstream. Wolfie's rear tires are a bit worse for wear than Ghost Killer, so we'll see what happens. Leaders. Very close as per usual. Kilara has lost touch now with the lead, but Ruan very close. 2.4 seconds separates him from getting on the podium here, and 5/10 separate first and second position. Levidius is really cool, calm and collected. He knows exactly what to do, exactly where to defend. So it's going to be tough for Richard to crack this cold one. We'll see. The best bet he has is to be able to try and get up the inside of Levidius going out of the straight, but Levidius has a better run. Richard is in the slipstream, so he's going to get a better run at Levidius going into the corner, but I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's close enough. Plus, the Corvette is kind of forced to shift early so that it can save fuel. Maybe he's going to be biding his time just to save enough fuel to give another run going into the next straightaway. We'll get back on that in a second. Ghost Killer and Wolfie running close as well. The tires are gone. Bono. KLM pace is ahead of Henny. Hollywood with damage. Down to 11th position. This is going to give Sam an advantage again. So it's not all over just yet. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to give instant replay. But KLM pace now into 9th. He just needs to hold it to get to stay away from relegation. But this puts Hollywood at a precarious position for this next 2 laps. He's not going to have the better speed. He's going to have slower speed, and the tires are gone. Sam does have slightly better tires, so he's going to be pushing for the next 2 laps. First and second place again, still battling. Half a second separates them still as they get out of the hairpin. Ferrari has a better drive out of the exit. And Gilara, Ruan, 1 second separates them. 1 more lap, and Ruan will be spinning everything that he can. He has overfueled, so he'll be able to completely fight Gilara for this one. So there's a battle for podium as well. There's a battle for 5th place. There's a battle for 10th place, 11th place. Gee whiz, so many. And then JP Laser and Rusty just not having a good time at all. Still, Lev is getting the better runs out of these corners every time, and that's putting Richard on the back foot. As much as he has the speed, he's not getting the acceleration out of the corners. Close contention. I think Richard is probably as close as he will be. There's 1 more straightaway where he can fight it, but 3:10 separate them. Let's see, as they come into the corner here, is he going to go for a move? No, Richard cannot go for the move. He's very close though. This is the closest he's been all race. And is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough to put Levidius off his game? Levidius is very cool-headed though, so it's very tough to break Lev's pace here. Lev, once he's on his stride. Gilara and Ruan also half a 10 separating them, so it's going to be down to the final hairpin. We'll see what happens. Richard very, very close again to live. Going through the tunnel, very close, high speed, 230 kilometers per hour. Going through the tunnel. Richard pulls out of the slip and then back into the slip. Fuel is being run as it is here. What is going to happen going into the corner? Is he going to go? He does go. Looks for a move. Gets alongside Leviticus, but Leviticus has a better run. I think there might have been a bit of contact. Leviticus slides a little bit, but I think Richard might have gone for a bit of an overpowered move. Oh, and as I wanted to check the battle, Ruan and Gilara having a bit of a moment here. Wolfie and Ghost Killer now right up close contention here. Gilara Brian with two damaged front and rear bumper. Wolfie with no tires. Ghost Killer with no tires. Ruan up into third place. Lev does come across and wins the first race. He's out of fuel. Richard takes it. Oh my word. What a show. Look at that. Ruan touched and back out, but he forced Lev to run out of fuel. Wolfie finishes fourth. Ghost Killer fifth. Gilara sixth. He also ran out of fuel. Oh my word. Ruan takes third. Wolfie in fourth. Ghost Killer on fifth. Keno's in seventh. Chris in eighth. Kalen in ninth. Henny in 10th, Sam, oh my word, and Sam and Hollywood changed places right at the end as well. Flip, I think I'm actually going to need my inhaler after this one. Gee whiz. JP Laser also not having a good race, Rusty not having a good race. And unfortunately, right at the end, the two titans that always get close to each other, Sam ends up pipping Hollywood by just under 6/10 to take and keep himself out of relegation, putting Hollywood down to pool 2. Sam JP Laser finishes the race 30 seconds behind Hollywood, and Rusty only now coming through on the final hairpin. Richard taking the win though, right at the line. Who remembers the Raybrick team, purple Honda NSX? Yes, that's for sure. That's a golden oldie. Pretty sure they're gonna make designs for the new Honda, the new old Honda. What a race indeed! Well done to Richard, to Leviticus. Well done to Ruan for coming back. Wolfie as well, after being dead last for a while, pulled it back to finish fourth. Ghost Killer finishing fifth. Gilara also unfortunate, running out of fuel there. And I think, yeah, Rusty just crosses the line right now. What a close battle all the way. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 race. Well done to Richard for taking the win. Saving that replay. Gee whiz, what a result. So as it stands, Richard with the first win of the series with a 204.911. Funny. We got Leviticus with let's see, as soon as the chat goes away, 204.810. We got Ruan with a 204.922. Wolfie 204.876. Ghost Killer with a 205.173. Gilara Brain with the fastest lap of them all, 204.544. Keno sitting at 205.357. Chris with a 205.522. Kalen with a 204.544, tied actually with Gilara Brain for fastest lap. Interesting. I wonder if there's any extra points to be handed out there. And then Henny with a 205.796, Serious Sam with a 205.227, Hollywood with a 205.330, JP Laser with a 206.408, and Rusty with a 205.176. So as much as Rusty was fast, he just couldn't keep it together during the race. And look at that. The entire group, let's say excluding JP Laser with his unfortunate bad lap time there, less than a second separates the fastest lap of all 13 race drivers here tonight. That is just crazy. Woo! Well, okay, now that that's out of the bag, we go bad luck for sure, as they're saying to Leviticus there. But thank you guys so much for watching. It was an incredible first race. That is why I love to commentate on these Pool 1 races. There's always action everywhere. But yeah, big shout out once again to all of our sponsors. Wait, let me get them up on the screen again. Where is it? Where is it? I keep forgetting. It is TGN Racing Simulators. There is where's the stuff again? Let me find it. Let me find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. Rhino Utilities, one of our sponsors. Mayfair Gearbox. Oh God, when did I fumble here? Now I'm fumbling after the race. Mayfair Gearbox, the right recruitment, TGN Racing Track Art, Zappa Gaming. I think I forgot to mention them at the start. I think Zappa is still one of the sponsors. I think, but yeah, thank you guys all for joining and keeping me hyped up. Thanks for watching this crazy banger of a first race. And yeah, until next week, which will be the Nations Cup, Stephen will be taking over the commentary, and we will see what happens then, because there's going to be one make series with the Nations Cup. Everyone's going to be driving the same car, so it's going to be all about the driver's skill, and hopefully no spinouts, no damage, no heavy damage, please. Have a good evening, guys. And till next time, I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next stream. Have a good evening and see you.